Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Colin Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 552 for comics originally releasing February the 12th, 2020. Before Drew and I get into what's coming out in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, Drew, do we have any feedback from any listeners or anything fun going on in the world of comics?
Well, I think we got a rating. Do you have that in front of you?
I can in just a second. Yeah.
I know we got one in, and I can't find it on my computer. I know it's around here somewhere, and I'm sure it's something glowing and wonderful because everybody loves us. So I'm sure it's a 5-star review full of praise, mostly for me, with a little bit of love for Kyle. Did you find it yet?
Yeah, not so much. It seems that we have gotten our first "You Suck" review, essentially.
What?
So yeah. This is from November, so we not only does he not like us, we did not pay any attention to what his dronings on were. So we have a couple of them. We have one from September. I think we've talked about that. Yeah, we did. And then we've got one from our good friend Reviewer1, who gives us 2 out of 5 stars. So he didn't give us the 1 out of 5.
So it's not a name; it's just Reviewer1. That's his.
Yes.
That's his, okay.
And there's 2 R's, so it's Reviewer1.
Gotcha.
And it says, just too much silence for a podcast for my taste. Content is dragged out with voices that can put you to sleep.
What? What? Well, we have had some. He's probably not wrong. There have probably been some
a cursory
episodes.
Google search since I looked up this guy when I saw this the other day shows that he left a similar review for another comic podcast. So he's just a troll. But we did get it.
Well, we got some hate. It only took 5 years, and we got some internet hate. That's cool. We'll take it.
Yeah, so if you guys are fans of us and you like to cancel out some of the vitriol we've recently been, because it's not like Drew and I would ever take the criticism conservatively and say, hey, maybe we should improve ourselves on anything. No. We have to immediately just push back and say, this can't be right. It cannot be our faults.
No.
So, hey, if you're listening to us on any form of iOS, iDevice, or anything like that, or any other service, please feel free to leave a comment and a review for us on whatever service you're using. Just kind of push us towards the top of the podcast, and apparently skew our rating a little higher since we're no longer a 5 out of 5.
We're not. That couldn't have brought our rating down. We've have all 5s except for his 2.
Well, I mean, that physically would take you from perfect to not perfect, so I mean...
Well, that's true. That's true. And what you should do is you should give us a positive review, and also the reviewer one, give him a bad review within our review.
I don't know that you can do that. But just remember, Derek Jeter did not get 100% in the Hall of Fame.
That's true. He didn't get all the votes. Not unanimous. That's true.
There was still some troll within the sports writing industry that, did not vote for him for some stupid reason.
That's true. So... we must move on. It's sad, but
as Drew says, he's a big fan of Taylor Swift, and I think he and Taylor both say, people throw rocks at things that shine. So here comes our hate.
We do say that all the time. Yeah. Well, our good friend Dre Warner, the Wolf, says this to us. What's up, fellas? I've shouted you guys out on my YouTube channel in regards to always being an inspiration from day one. I've gone from 23 subscriptions to 300 plus. Wow, that's awesome. Just by being Wolf. And you guys, and I'm the guy you guys know so well from way back in the beginning.
Most definitely.
Wolf has a YouTube show that he goes over his new releases. High energy, positive, talking about the stuff that's coming out. It's a little heavy on the Marvel side, I'll give you that, but that's okay. That's okay. We love Wolf, and he's the man. And 300 plus subscribers is pretty impressive, dude.
He's creeping up on 400. If he gets 7 additional people on his YouTube, that will cross him over the 400 mark.
So So
and every week he puts out his polls,
Yes.
little mellow hip hop in the background, and talks about why he picked up what he picked up.
Yes, and we're gonna link his show in the show notes, and because he is C4FAP tested and C4FAP approved from way back in the day. He was one of our early listeners and early feedback guys.
Yeah, one of the OGs. So don't forget about us, Wolf.
Yeah, and it's a great YouTube to subscribe to. I enjoy it, and you should definitely check it out. So thanks for Wolf for always being around and being a supporter. We're right back at you. It's well deserved. Well deserved. You're a good guy. Aaron Churchill says, I thought I'd do some picks from previews of my favorites, but also I want to share this conspiracy theory. Why the numbers are late, according to the Comic Conspiracy comic book store and podcast. So the owner of the Comic Book Conspiracy states that every time the numbers are late, which we experienced here in December, is that the reason is because Marvel doesn't have the number one comic that month. The bigger the gap from number one, the greater the weight is for the numbers. I thought I would share this theory, which seems to hold true, since you've commented on it in the past couple of months. I've not checked this. I've not vetted this conspiracy theory to see if when the comic when it's late, Marvel's doesn't have the number one. I think that'd be interesting, a little research project to do.
That is awesome.
But I had never ever heard this conspiracy theory before, and I love it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think it's awesome. He also goes on to say, here's another reason to read comics and get them into your kids' hands. Science says that comic books make you smarter, so you should be reading Watchmen. And it's a link to a Mashable.com science thing that said that article that backs that up. So yeah, we believe it. I mean, listen to the two of us. We're like the smartest people we know.
Absolutely.
We owe it all to comics. So some of his picks for previews are from Abrams Comic Carts, Drawing the Vote, Illis Guide to Voting in America graphic novel. I Will Judge You by Your Bookshelf graphic novel, both from Abrams Comics Arts, which I have not heard of that imprint. That's interesting. From Algonquin young readers, for my daughter pick. It's his daughter's pick. Long story short, 100 classic books in 3 panels. Hardcover. That does sound interesting. Spec pick from Alterna. Tinseltown, Losing the Light, number 1 of 5. And the first one did very well, he says. Yes, I agree with that. Artists, Writers, and Artisans, which is the AWA. People getting a lot of hype, that publisher is. And he's picking Year Zero, number 1. The cover A by Andrews. He's calling that his spec pick as well. He has a couple from Image, Adventure Man number 1, the triple size first issue, which is Matt Fraction and the Dodsons on art. And the spec pick of Ludocrats number 1 of 5, which is Kieran Gillen, Jim Rossigle, Jeff Stokely, and Tamra Bonvillain. From Dynamite, he picks The Boys, Dear Becky number 1. Oh my goodness, we need to take a look at our previews, dude. The Boys, Dear Becky number 1. I mean, yeah, that is a no-brainer for sure. That sounds great.
Yeah.
From DC, he's picking Catwoman 80th Anniversary, the Travis Charest cover. Event Leviathan Checkmate number 1. And a primer trade paperback. And from Titan Comics, he picks a video game tie-in. Kyle, from right in your neck of the woods here, for Life is Strange, Partners cool. in Crime, number 1. So those are some great picks. Appreciate that. Nature abhors a vacuum, so when we drop the ball and aren't doing a very good job of sharing our picks, you guys step up. So we appreciate that very much. There's some good stuff in there, and this conspiracy thing's got me baffled, man. That's kind of cool. I really want that to be true. I really do. I think that's fun. Do we do the FOC next, Kyle? Normally,
Sure.
We've only done 552 of these. So.
There you go. Of course, the FOC is our final order cutoff. It's our last little ability to look at a few books before they come out into your local comic book shops. You can still do some ordering on these things. Sometimes we're getting some extra artwork that we didn't get it within a previews. Sometimes things have changed. Sometimes we even get FOC exclusive books that you could only get at this last minute. So we look at it this weekend. Cutoff is at your LCS on midday Monday for anything we add. It's just another way for Drew and I to spend a little bit more on comics, seems to be. So
Exactly.
Of course, we get a nice little curated list from our online retailer, our Cowabunga Comics, who we order our comics from. Eric there is kind enough to give us the FOC every Friday that we like to go through and see if we can pull anything out. Of course, Eric is currently off vacationing, having a good old time, so he has not picked any of his own picks there, but he has supplied us with the FOC. So we got
Still
nothing
working.
from him.
He's always working.
He's just still working, just with sunscreen on now. So you're just going to have to rely on us to find anything in this one. So, Drew, let's start at the top in Dark Horse and see if there's anything we need to add to our polls.
Well, let's see. We got
Bang number 1 seemed to have done very well. I was reading that
Yeah.
it sold out. It was sold out before it even went to the print on February 19th.
Yeah, that was a good one. We kind of missed the boat on that one, didn't we?
No.
We talked about it, but I don't know if it was
Yeah.
we made it a pick. I don't know if we made it one of our spec picks.
Yeah.
But still, we get partial credit.
Absolutely.
Batman hit issue 90. Are we done with? I'm sorry. Were we done with Dark Horse?
I'm guessing since you've moved on, we are moving on.
So James Tynion is now in the middle of his arc. It's not bad. It's okay. And
Nice little Matina cover with the Riddler on it there.
yeah, can't beat that. But that's a big number. You know, they haven't renumbered in a long time. Batman's at 90. I'm assuming they're going to let it hit 100 so they can make a big deal and make it a $10 book.
100%.
So yeah, we I think we've got at least 10 more months before they. Well, no, 5 more months before they the threat of renumbering Batman comes around. But I think it's coming. I mean, I would say by the end of the year we're going to get a new number 1. Don't you think?
Nah.
No.
We're going to keep it rocking.
Okay. All right.
Got a couple of dollar comics here. We got Mark Waid's JLA Year 1 here for $1. Offering to coincide with Justice Leagues of America, a celebration of 60 years hardcover. They're resoliciting this book for $1.
I vaguely remember JLA Year 1. I don't know if I finished it. I think I remember maybe reading a little bit of it, but I don't know if I read the whole thing.
There you go. And we have an old Swamp Thing 57 for $1. Swamp Thing walks the planet Ran and meets Adam Strange. So not necessarily the books I would think should be highlighted for $1, but hey, what do I know?
Well, yeah, some strange choices, but it must be a milestone to somebody.
Yeah, it says they're doing it to coincide with things like that. That is coinciding with Strange Adventures number 1, so that's why they're reissuing that one. And the JLA Year 1 is coinciding with the 60-year hardcover I was talking about.
We have a Mystery in Space number 75 facsimile edition. It's a 12-cent comic reprint. Adam Strange enlisting the help of the Justice League of America to help capture his greatest foe, Konjar Row. Fans voted this issue the best book-length story of 1962. Not sure how many book-length story there were back then, but it's a 12-center. You're probably going to have trouble finding this, and it has a Comics Code stamp up in the corner. It's going to be a full facsimile, so you're going to get the ads from the era. Fun things to take a look at. You don't have to worry about bending a corner on a key book to have for your collection, and it's it's $3.99 retail, and you can probably get it a lot less through our good friends at Cowabunga. So
Absolutely.
kind of a cool thing.
Drew, if there's a couple things I like, I like DC Black Label, and I like Tom King. So, of course, I'm big in on Strange Adventures #1 here. It's going to be a 12-issue science fiction book coming out.
I'm excited. I like Evan Shaner a lot. Mitch Jared's doing some art there. This is going to be something I'm really excited about. What's the price? $4.99. It's better than $5.99.
But $5 for Black Label. So you got your prestige format, I'm assuming. Crisp corners and nice looks. So,
but some of the other ones were $5.99, right?
Yeah,
or $6.99. So This is a pretty good price, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be fantastic. And I think it's 12 issue, not a 5 issue. Did you say 5?
12. I said 12.
Okay, I heard 5.
You hear what you want to hear, my brother.
Yep. Anything else up in DC?
No, that's all.
So we have Crow Leffe #1 of 3. This is a Tim Seeley book with art by Ilias Kyriazis. Oh my gosh, that's a tough one. It's about...
It's The Crow. It's another Crow book.
Oh.
We've done this. That's the property. Remember Brendan Lee's The Crow?
Yeah, this is like another iteration?
Yeah, IDW's been pumping these out for the last couple of years, True.
Yeah, but I don't recognize... It doesn't look like The Crow.
Yeah, they've gone a little bit noir with this one, so...
Oh, okay. All right. So Crow in name only, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's some offshoot there, but...
Yeah, you pass. Pass is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not something I've been in lately to stay in lately.
Gotcha. We don't like.
But it's Seeley. We like Seeley, so.
Yeah, some of us.
Just because he called you a name.
He wrote a nasty thing on I bought a piece of his art, and he could have been nice, and he wasn't.
Oh, I still like that. So I think that's one of the reasons I like him so much.
I'm gonna hold that against him forever.
All right, down to Image. You're into this Mirka Indolfo.
I'm not into her. She did a good job with the pig book. What was the pig book called?
Unnatural.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna check out this. I'll check this Mercy out. Her art's beautiful.
Heck yeah! And did you see that cover C?
No. Who's that? Art Germ. What's that look like?
Yeah.
He's good.
Yep. Pick that up. No reason not to.
Yeah, they're pulling out the stops with this one. I don't think Unnatural had more than 2 covers.
Oh, it had quite a few at the beginning, and then its entire run had at least an A and a B, usually an ABC. Okay,
I like Chew a lot.
Correct.
I don't know that I even read Outer Darkness, but they've put them together. So it's Outer Darkness Chew, 1 of 3, and this is John Layman and Rob Guillory back together again to do this crossover. And if you only like one half of a crossover, do you still probably check it out? I think so.
Yeah. Shoot, I completely blanked, so I'm not even going to talk anymore. But there was Seeley's one book did a crossover with something we liked, and I actually really
Hack Slash and something?
That's exactly what it was. Hack and Slash crossed over with I think it was Postal or something like that.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that crossover, even though I wasn't familiar with Hack and Slash.
And that actually sent me down the rabbit hole of checking out Hack Slash. So it worked out really well for him. I mean, not what does it matter if I read? I'm one person, but still, I mean that's probably how it's intended. Yep, crossing over properties so you can get more readers on both sides. Let's see. I think that's it for Image.
Yep. Let's see what Marvel has to offer. More Conan, more Doctor Doom, more Doctor Strange, more Iron Man, more 2020. Marvel #1. So
I don't know what that's about.
Alex Ross cover. 30 years ago, Alex Ross had a vision of a new series showing the Marvel heroes in a way they'd never been seen before. The first realization of that idea became the blockbuster Marvels, but today Alex finally brings about his original vision, an anthology of stories by unique, exceptional talents, many of whom are doing Marvel characters for the very first time.
Yeah.
You'll see artists such as Adam Hughes, Bill Sienkiewicz, Dan Brierton, blah 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 blah.
Yeah. That's. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I've not read Marvels, so.
That's
that
one of the
means
big
less.
top 100 to reads.
Yeah. So big blind spot for me. What's not a big blind spot is Spider-Man Noir. Big fan of this from Spider-Verse. Like him a lot. Excited for this series. Margaret Stoll, I don't know. She's doing the writing. I don't know her that well. Juan Ferreira and Dave Raposa doing the cover. But, you know, crime noir and Spidey across. I love it. So I'm excited for this. It's
And
a
once
5-issue.
again, I cannot read these books without Nicolas Cage's voice.
It's fantastic. We got the final Spider-Verse 6 of 6. This has been another fun dip into this. This is, I think, is Taron Gillen doing this one? No, Jed McKay.
No, I was going to say,
So it's been a lot of fun. I hope they keep doing these. I'll keep reading them. They're really cool. There's tons of Spider people that they've touched on, you know, very briefly. Let's have adventures with them. When they get a breakout, roll them out into their own series. Tons of fun. And for those of us who are reading most of the Spider Family books, it's really cool. It's kind of like Marvel's, you know, Bat Family, and we get this little Spider Family. I really enjoy that, since I don't read any X-Men books.
there you go. We have the third printing of Star Wars Rise of Kylo Ren, #1, a very hot book. This whole 1 of 4 series, all the issues have been pretty hot, especially that very first one. And there was a nice little ratio variant on that first one that also went good. So I actually think you should probably pick up this third print. It looks like they're doing different art on it. We don't even have the final art, even now at the FOC stage.
Did you see that coming? The heat behind this?
After I saw the movie, I thought, okay, there could be a little bit more on this character, maybe, but no, I did not.
Yeah, I you know, there was so many Star Wars books coming out that were like one shots and miniseries that I didn't think it would rise above the clutter. I really didn't.
Yeah.
So that's bad on me, but good on those folks that were early adopters on that.
There you go. Strange Academy, written by my boy Scotty Young with Humberto Ramos on art. The cover C is, of course, a J. Scott Campbell cover they're not showing us. A sorcerer's school for the Marvel Universe. The Marvel Universe has mysteriously changed in such an alarming way that Doctor Strange has done what he's avoided for decades. He's opened a school for young sorcerers. Young people from around the world with aptitude at magic have been brought together in New Orleans to study the mystic arts under Doctor Strange, Brother Voodoo, and the Ancient One, the Scarlet Witch, Magic, Hellstorm, and all your favorite Marvel magicians. But with all the new magical threats, is it too late?
Huh.
I'm in. Give me a
You
J.
are.
Scott. Give me Scotty Young writing this. I'm definitely going to take a shot on this. If you want to go
Okay.
deep and you really, there's an Opena variant, a high ratio variant on that one you can get from Cowbunga for a Benjamin. And that is a cool look. Well, okay. Like, look, if you look at that cover, this looks like a really good book.
Okay, what are we talking about? Which cover are we talking
The
about?
Opena cover that's 100 bones.
It's Roma Pena.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's a nice cover.
Yeah.
That's a nice cover.
Exactly. And it kind of gives you a, hey, this looks like a really good story I might be into. So,
That is great. Yeah. So they're pulling out the stops.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll definitely check it out. Now we have a school for mutants, and now we have a school for sorcerers.
There you go.
I guess that's okay. I guess you
Open
can do
enrollment, my brother. Open enrollment. School choice.
Pro school choice. All right, let's slide into Boom. We've got Alienated going to a second printing. We were we thought this looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Simon Spurrier when it came out, so we were kind of proponents of this one. So I'm glad to see it caught on. Sold some copies. My Folklords is doing really well. It's
Burning up the charts.
First issue is in the 4th printing, second issue in the 3rd printing. So that's good to see that other people are enjoying that. And Boom is rolling out another first issue. This is King of Nowhere #1 by Maxwell Prince, who, of course, is my Ice Cream Man writer. And I love Ice Cream Man, and I love Maxwell Prince and his writing style. So this is going to be fantastic. Pick it up.
There is an FOC exclusive cover C as well that you're only going to get through your LCS on this FOC. I'm going to probably reach for one of those because it just sounds pretty cool.
What's it look like? Oh, it's nice. But,
Yeah.
cover A is really nice.
Cover A is also very nice, absolutely.
Cover B is not bad. And Martin Marazzo doing the cover. Oh, man.
Get all three, my brother. Get all three.
Tyler Jenkins. How do you choose against Tyler Jenkins? I mean, decisions. Maybe I'm getting all three.
There you go.
You might have talked me into it. Ice Cream Man is just one of my favorite books, so I've got to get this. And how heavy do I go? I don't know. I'm at least getting A, and I'm going to talk myself into B probably. I guess. Well, if I'm getting 2, I might as well get all 3. I don't know. What are you doing? You're just getting the FOC?
We're getting one of all 3.
You're getting one of all 3 as well?
Yep.
Man, dang. Yeah. Well, I mean, Ice Cream Man is cool. I expect this to be cool.
There you go. Money Shots #5 from Vault. If you're hanging out with that one, the 5th one's going to be coming out here soon.
And we slide into Deja Thoris. How many times do we see a new Deja Thoris? It feels like
It's
all
been
the time.
A lot.
Red Sonja. So I was wrong. I said I thought Red Sonja ended with the 12th issue and Mark Russell was done. No, that was just the first. That was just the first 12-issue arc, and now we're in the second 12-issue arc, which is I'm glad he's still doing it, because that first one was fun. So I'm excited about this one as well.
Down towards the bottom from Action Labs Danger Zone, we have Argus #1, a time travel book. So if you're interested in that, from Action Lab, there's a nice little option there for $3.99.
Yeah. They're also doing Mr. Beaver.
Ooh.
And Supermom Expecting Trouble #1 and Twin Worlds #1, all from Action Lab. Then we got the 4th issue of Bad Reception from Aftershock. Feels a little delayed, but it was good. I really liked it. And we got Join the Future #1, which is a new Zach Kaplan book. My boy Zach Kaplan, who, in addition to what was the Sunlight book? What was the book about where the sun killed everybody? Would kill you?
Oh yeah.
That was him. He did the one with the aliens that used water engines and used the Port of Earth. He did that. Oh, it's right there. Port of Earth, Eclipse, Sex, Marvel Knights, Hulk, The Dark Tower. There's his stuff. So instead of me struggling, I could just read it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So he's great. He's poised for greatness. I expect great things from Join the Future. I'm probably not going to reach on the 15 copy incentive, but I do want the first issue of this book because I'm very big fan of Zach Kaplan's.
There you go. Sci-fi Western, I'm a fan of those. Of course, going back to the Fireflies and such, so I usually tend to try out the sci-fi Westerns. Especially since things like Mandalorian, that was a sci-fi Western, have hit as well.
And we've got from Oni Press, we've got a Fiona Staples sighting, the B cover for Dryad. This is a Curtis J. Wiebe book, who was our Rat Queens guy from early on.
Yep.
And Fiona Staples is doing the B cover. And didn't she do the B cover of Rat Queens?
She did the exclusive ratioed variant for Rat Queens.
Okay.
Issue 1.
So I haven't seen a lot from her, so I'm expecting this. I'm expecting good things from this, and I'm going to pick that up, and maybe this will encourage her to draw some saga.
She's allowed to have a hiatus, man. Just check.
How long's it been?
Not 6 months.
Bull. Has it not been 6 months?
It's not.
Feels like years.
Yeah. That's all I got.
That's all you got? Well, there's some good stuff here, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Great stuff here. And things that I hope you already pre-ordered it. But if you didn't, take a shot and make sure you lock these in, because you don't want to miss out on some of these books.
There you
go. Let's see. From our good friends over at coverprice.com, that's COVR price.com. They've curated a list of some of the hot sellers on eBay, things that are going up the charts, and we can take a look at some of those top 10 books. Number 1 is New Mutants Special Edition number 1. Rumors are Mist of the Valkyries will appear in the MCU. This is Mist's first appearance. Book sold 48 copies this week for an average raw price of around $11. Number 2 is Ice Cream Man number 17, which has a cool homage cover to Action Comics number 1. 30 copies of this sold this week, double cover, $7.58. Memetic number 1, a small print run indie book that was optioned by Seth Rogen for a movie. So 27 copies moved this week, selling for about $30. I know I've overlooked Memetic. Who is that? Is that Tinian too? Is that his?
I'm not sure.
Is that one of his books? Yeah, that's James Tinian.
Yeah, James Tinian.
That's
yep.
James Tinian or Tynan. I'm sorry, Tynan. Green Arrow 24 is the first appearance of John Diggle.
Got that book.
Who is rumored to be in the Green Arrow series, which is on HBO. Okay, well, there's a John Diggle in the CW series, so why would this not have popped then?
HBO's
Weird,
got
right?
More heat.
I guess. 15 copies sold for $21 on average. We're still getting heat for Batman Beyond 25, which is the first Batwoman Beyond. Vengeance number 1 is the first appearance of America Chavez, who is rumored to be the next Disney Plus. 16 copies of Vengeance number 1 sold for an average of about $57.
It's a 2011 book.
What is Vengeance number 1? I don't know that book. Crazy. Young Avengers number 1. The first issue of Young Avengers, the first full appearance, remains hot. 20 copies sold at $54 a piece. We were always high on Young Avengers number 1.
Yep, I still got it sitting there.
Mostly because of Kate Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
First appearance, right? But now we're thinking the whole team
I picked
is...
it up looking for the Kate Bishop and picking up this on accident, which isn't the Kate Bishop.
It isn't?
No.
Well, no, this is the first Kate Bishop, not the first Kate as Hawkeye, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I was searching for the other one and found this one.
6, yeah. 6 is the first Kate as Hawkeye. Batman Beyond 40, more Batwoman Beyond, double cover, basically. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, number 9. The first appearance of Revan before he becomes a Darth.
Yeah, so Jedi Knight Revan before he becomes Darth Revan.
And this is cartoon-based, I'm guessing?
No, this is old legacy canon.
From what? Who's Revan?
Back in the day. Jedi Knight Revan. After the movies, a lot of things went on without you, Drew, that you missed.
Well, how is this canon? This is just... What is this from?
Okay.
Yeah.
We have some time here?
Yeah. Let's take a little
Okay, so
diversion. Teach me,
you know,
Obi-Wan.
so Revan is a very cool. He was a Jedi Knight. Was Jedi Knight Revan, who went and became a Sith and became Darth Revan as well in a lot of legacy canons. And then when Rise of Skywalker comes out, we get confirmation that Revan is canonical in our current universe when we reference one of the crews of the spaceships as the Knights of Revan. Therefore, confirming the canon that Jedi Knight Revan is still in our current canon and lives on, even though he's an old legacy character.
Okay. So we sold 12 copies this week, and it was $59 a pop. So that's a big deal.
Yep. So we're doing some other stuff with Revan. I know that one of the little handheld games I play on my phone featured Jedi Knight Revan as one of the featured characters in the last. So a lot of cool things are happening with him. He's a really cool character, both in his Jedi form and Darth Revan form.
Okay. Interesting. And so because of that confirmation of him, that is why he's got heat?
Yep.
That he's actually real and could come make another appearance or something?
Yeah, he can continue to do things in the Star Wars universe. He's not something that we killed like Mara Jade or things like that that died with Legacy Comics.
All right. And rounding out the top 10, Ultimate Fallout number 4, the first appearance of Miles Morales. Sold 17 more copies at $111 a piece on average. So, good stuff. We appreciate Cover Price, who takes the time to do that compilation and let us know what's exactly going on.
Most definitely.
Good stuff. Hot stuff. Pick it up if you can find it. Let's roll over to our sneak peek.
All right. Of course, we're going to go over to previewsworld.com, find new releases. Scroll out of February 12th, 2020. I'm going to click the table view and let's start where we love to start. Let's start in Image. 20XX is a book that I've been sticking on. I made sure I've been ordering them from the very beginning, but I have not read it yet. Our
Postal
good friend Jonathan Luna, of course, on that.
Oh, that's who it is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What is Tartarus or Tartarus? Tartar sauce?
That is Johnny Christmas and Jack Cole with their series premiere, a new adventure series with all the sci-fi drama of Breaking Bad set in Mos Eisley. Promising young cadet Tildy is framed for crimes against the Empire after discovering her mother as the ruthless warlord of the deadly colony Tartarus, a vital player in the Galactic War. So we're doing Star Wars things without saying Star Wars is what we're doing.
Gotcha. Okay.
$6.
$6.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it. People sample some number ones. Retailers are more inclined to bring a number one in. You got to strike while the iron's hot. I understand. It's just a hard pill to swallow.
Don't do it. I don't care what you say. Don't do it. It's just dumb. Don't be dumb.
Kyle sees.
Don't be dumb.
He sees no redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
All right, let's slide down the dark horse then and take a look. Blackwood Morning After. Mourning with is mourning like you're not in the morning, but mourning someone who died. Evan Dorkin doing this. Veronica Fish on art. And this is the next chapter. I don't remember the first chapter, so I didn't realize Blackwood already existed. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Did you realize that Stranger Things already existed?
Ooh, what's this?
This is the second issue of Stranger Things Into the Fire, #1. So we're dealing where we have 7. We're dealing with subject 8 and another numbered subject 9. So we're doing some of our offshoot things based on the other subjects of the experiment. They gave us 11.
That's fun.
Yeah, done to IDW.
Yeah, we got a couple of Valentine's Day specials. We got a Napoleon Dynamite Valentine's Day special and a Star Trek Year 5 Valentine's Day special. So probably the very, very different. And a Transformers Valentine's Day special. Probably 3 very different issues. But that's kind of fun.
Aww. The Transformers one's adorable.
Is it?
Yes. Alright, down to... Whoops, I've scrolled too far. Down to DC.
We've got some Batman... Pennyworth R.I.P. We'll talk more about Poor Alfred being dead. We got to fix that somehow.
Give it time. He's earned some break.
Yeah, that's true.
Batman Grave is on 5 of 12. Dollar Comics Batman number 567, introducing Cassandra Cain.
Superman Heroes number 1. Bendis, Fraction, Jody Hauser, Greg Rucka. We got art by McGuire, Steve Lieber, Mike Perkins, a Brian Hitch cover. This is a $6 book. It's a one-shot. And a lot of heavy hitters in here. And it's all about the reaction, the Justice League reaction to Superman revealing his secret identity. I'm hoping that's not a spoiler for y'all. Y'all heard that. And you probably already knew that Superman and Clark Kent were the same person, unless you've never, ever read a comic. So I think you're good there. It should be fun. I mean, I've been enjoying Superman main story a lot, so I'm looking forward to this. I think I'd rather it was two $3 issues than one $6 issue, but it is what it is, and I will probably read this.
There you go. We've got Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey number 1 above the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, but then we have the Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey Derek Chew variant of that DC Black Label cover, which is a really nice looking cover, even though I think that movie is going to flop hard.
Which one?
Birds of Prey.
You know, I've heard some good things from folks that have gone.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's going to hit hard? It's not going to do well?
Correct. That is my free guesstimation. Derek Chew also doing the cover B for Supergirl 39. So I really like his art, and it is just everywhere. As opposed to, I do not like that Brian Hitch version of Superman 20.
I'm done in DC, if you are. Yeah?
Yes, I'm done.
I'm excited for Gwen Stacy number 1.
Except
That's
for
a
that
5-ish.
Jenny Frison variant on Wonder Woman 751. That's going to go up in price.
It's just, you're guaranteeing it.
Yes. Take it to the bank.
Wow, nice. Gwen Stacy has Adam Hughes doing the cover, Todd Knock on the interiors, Christos Gage doing the writing. I think this is a solid entry, and I'm kind of excited for it. The Mary Jane book has been fun, so I think this one will be as well.
I am in love with this Pepe Larraz Gwen Stacy 2099 variant of Spider-Man 39.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a really good cover. Stunning cover.
Oh, that is very nice.
Yeah. But we also have Gwen Stacy number 1. We have a J. Scott Campbell variant.
Yeah. I didn't see what the price was on that. Do you know?
I did not. Even that Hyung Lee variant is very cool as well. A lot of these digital art just catch me like crazy anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. We really should take a Photoshop class.
Except I do not like this Todd Knock Faces of Gwen Stacy. That is a creepy cover.
Nebula gets her own book, and this is a 5-issue miniseries written by Vita Alaya, Claire Rowe doing some art, and Jen Bartel doing a cover. More Guardians getting their own book, so if you're so inclined, check that out.
Good character.
Yes.
Cool Scotty Young version.
I watched Guardians again. Now when I have Disney Plus, I mean, it's so easy just to go to the Marvel section and just pick one. I watched the first Iron Man again, and I can't believe I didn't think I'd watch that again. But
that's awesome. Did you
holds up?
Oh,
it holds up. I like it.
Did you watch the Super Bowl spot for Disney Plus with the little bit we got of the new series? Is this?
I did not. I saw the trailers later for Falcon and Vision
WandaVision.
and the Loki thing.
What'd you think?
Really, I can't wait for Vision and I can't wait for Falcon. Loki looked okay,
Yeah.
but I'll take them.
There you go.
We need it. We don't have any Mandalorian for a while, so give me something.
They're cranking that out quick. They've already started shooting that, so that's going to be sooner than we think. On Mando, too. Spirits Ghost Rider, Mother of Demons, #1, written by your boy Ed Brisson. Burning out of the pages of Ghost Rider since the dawn of man, she has birthed the worst of humanity's ilks. Her kin call her mama, while men curse her name Lilith.
What about this Star Wars Rise of Kylo Ren #3? Did you jump on it? Too late.
They might do something cool. People are hot on it. Granted, our numbers are up on these last ones, but yeah, get it and see how it ends, because they've actually been doing really good stuff with Star Wars, including the Vader that just hit last week. Yeah, and it's not too late. We just saw FOC available for the third print of #1. You can grab the second print of #2. Go ahead and grab 3, grab 4.
Yeah.
That's my suggestion. Do that now.
Be fun.
Even though I do not like this second printing at all. I don't like the art on that cover.
If you're done with Marvel, there's a cosplay variant of Deja Thoris #3. Is that a real person on the cover?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they put her behind a painted background, though. Or they...
Okay. Wow.
Alienated #1 from Boom.
That looks good.
Yeah. We also have a FOC exclusive version of that hypothetically you've missed already.
Yeah,
And that's your boy Sice Pro here.
I think we talked about it, though.
We definitely
I think
did.
we
That's why
noted that.
I just wanted to cover it again, or just
Yeah.
gloss over it. Down to our smaller publishers.
Yeah, this is getting thinner and thinner now that they're pulling all the premier publishers out one by one. It's tough. It's tough to see what's going on. There's less and less to choose from down here. What is Carson of Venus Eye of Amtor #1? And that's an American mythology production. What is this? Mike Wolfer, Chris Carey, Matt Betts. Oh, it's Edgar Rice Burroughs inspired book. Okay, that explains it. Got Escape of the Living Dead. Oh, that's a reprint.
Yeah, a long reprint, $6 foil variants, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, some of these are retreads, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. Not seen anything jump out at me.
Not a lot here. This is the point of the podcast, Drew, where I ask you for your pick of the week. What's the one thing to make sure you go pick up, make sure you got? Because it's going to be the next big thing, Drew.
Let me say Gwen Stacy, but let me pick the right cover. Got to be the J. Scott Campbell if it's independently orderable. I don't remember if it was incentive or not. If it's independently orderable and you can pick up the J. Scott Campbell, fine. If not, there is nothing wrong with the cover A by Adam Hughes. It's fine. So you go in there, you see some on the rack. I think if you got to go J. Scott if it's sitting there right next to the Adam Hughes.
Yep.
But if it's not, and it's like $100 book or something, grab the Adam Hughes because I think this will be a good choice.
And I'm going with Batman Pennyworth R.I.P. #1.
All right. Now, Why?
There might be something cool in it. He might come back in this issue.
Oh.
A $5 book written by James Tynan and Peter Tomasi, both on there. We get art on it. It celebrates
pretty
the life
good.
of him, so we might get something cool in it, and they might do a backup where something fun happens. So,
Good idea.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
it's got a kind of a look back at his life, which some people might find some really cool stuff or some stuff we don't know in there, while also addressing the question about what's next. So we may get some future stuff in there. So worth a shot for $5. At the very least, you celebrate one of the most unsung heroes in DC lore. If not, you get something dope, and you're gonna make money. So I want to thank you guys for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. Thank you for tagging along with Drew and myself as we go through comics originally releasing February the 12th, 2020. Please feel free to write in, be part of the podcast on either Gmails, Instagrams, Facebooks, Twitters. Send us those tweets and stuff. Be part of the podcast if there's something we missed this week that you think is the book to have. Do we really want to make sure we get that Harley Quinn Birds of Play Derek Chew cover, black imprint? Let us know what you guys think on this. If we're hitting head on, you're like, hey, here's why I think the Pennyworth RIP is also a good idea. Be part of the podcast. Let us know all these things. We'd love to hear your feedback and all that stuff. But for now, for Drew and for myself, see ya.